Hey, my macadamians, what's going on? Today we got a new project going on. This is going to be a quick one. We got some things planned, but I thought that this would be a nice quick project to get started. Stay tuned and find out exactly what we're doing. Hey, my macadamians, what's going on? It's your girl Denise Mackey. I am the Nana with the Plan. Today on my video, I am going to create my own healthy juice. This juice is being inspired by a guy called Yaki Awake. It was his juice. Original is his juice, but I'm going to tweak it a little bit for my personal taste. His name is Yaki Awakening. That's the guy who will make that green juice. Well, I'm gonna make my own version of that using the majority of his ingredients. I want to tweak it a little bit, add a little bit of extra stuff, just for some more little extra nutrients. But we're gonna get started, and what I'm gonna do is, I don't have a juicer, so I'm gonna use my blender. And what I'm gonna do is blend everything up real good using a little bit of water. Blend it up real good, and then I'm gonna strain it. And then once I strain all the pulp and all the other stuff that comes with it, once I strain all of that out, I'm gonna reblend it to really mix the ingredients up. And then if you was watching the video in the beginning, when it first started, you saw me washing some small shot bottles. I'm gonna fill those up with, once the juice is made, I'm gonna fill that up, and me and my family are gonna try it out. If we like it, we like the results coming from it, then I'll make more. I don't know if they want to continue, but I'm gonna continue. This is just introduction to see if I like it, to see what effects it has on me, and if I like how it makes me feel, then it's going to be my kickstart for me to start my healthy journey. Because I don't know if you all been paying attention to my videos. I've been paying attention, and I am carrying a little more weight than I want to. Not just that, but I have to, in a couple of months, I'm scheduled to go for health screening, and I need to shed some weight before I get there, okay? Not just because I don't want to hear what the doctors have to say. I don't want to hear what the doctors have to say, but I need to start being responsible, holding myself accountable for my health. This is my body, my life, my health. So I am responsible how I treat and care for myself. Doctors advise you, they try to help you, but mostly they're just treating symptoms. They're not really helping you to really get into a healthy state. They're just trying to more or less maintain your health, give or take. So, but it's up to you, it's up to me, whether or not I want to extend my life, do what I can do, because, I do believe in God, and I do believe that He will protect and keep and watch over me. But at the same time, it's my responsibility to do my part, do what I can do. We can't go out here and just live carelessly and do and eat and treat our bodies any kind of way and say, oh God, heal me, protect me, watch over me, when we, that's tempting God, because you're just being reckless. Anyway, this is not a Bible study. But we're gonna start. What I'm gonna do is start by rinsing out my blender. I have a regular blender. The blender I'm using is called the Max 800 by Hamilton Beach. So I'm gonna rinse this out real quick. already washed my hands, but just for the sake of the video, I'm gonna wash them again. Okay, so I'm letting you know, for a disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I am not a nutritionist. I'm just me, okay? That's all you need to know. So, like I said, I got this, what I'm doing is being inspired by a guy I saw on, or a couple of people, but I think they got it from the same guy called, the juice is called Yaki Awakening. You want to look it up on YouTube, you can do so. So I'm going to start with my celery. I'm going to rinse it off, and then I'm going to chop it up. I don't know if I want these leaves in there. I think I'm going to pull the yellow leaves off, and maybe I'll leave the leaves in there because most of the times a lot of nutrients are in the leaves. So we're just going to pull some of the yellow ones off because I don't want those. I think that's it. I have a bag right there. So I'm washing this off real good. You never know who's been handling your food at the market when they're preparing it and stocking it and also, I'm taking this bowl out so that, because my blender is not that big, so as it start accumulating, I'm going to strain the juice in here. So I'll put this over here, and let me get me a knife. That knife. I should have had all this prepared, guys, but I wasn't sure what I needed until I needed it. Wasn't sure what I needed until I actually needed it. Some things I did put out. So, first things first, the celery. I'm going to put all of it in there. Including the roots. And you will hear my animals because this is a live video in my home. So right now my grandkids somewhere taking a nap. So that's why I'm trying to take advantage of this time. Alright, so I thought that was it. Add a cup of water to this. A bottle of water to this so it'll help blend easy. Blend it down some, and then I'll put the rest in there. So the water I'm using is from Giant, called Acadia Spring Water. But I'm gonna read you real quick. His ingredients, and then I'm gonna tell you what I'm going to do. His ingredients call for 7 green apples, 1 stalk of celery with 6 or 7 limbs. I just put the whole thing in there. 1 pinch of cilantro. I'm sorry, a pinch of cilantro. I don't have the powdered cilantro, so I went and actually got some cilantro. So I'm gonna take a couple of these, throw it in there, and I'm also gonna add some. Oh, let me finish telling you what his ingredients called. Yaqui said 7 green apples, 1 stalk of celery with 6 or 7 limbs, a pinch of cilantro, a handful of parsley, a half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, a thumb size of ginger, and without the skin, so peel the skin on the ginger. 2 cucumbers without the skin, so I gotta peel that. A whole lemon with the skin, and add about 45 ounces of alkaline or spring water, your choice. So I'm already gonna have 1 bottle of water in here. I'm gonna add 1 bottle of water. Did I pour it in there already? Yeah, I did. Alright, so I'm gonna blend this down and I'll be right back. Okay, so I already ground up the celery, and this is how it looks. I'm going to now pour it into my strainer. And I'm going to take my spoon and just keep going back and forth till I get all the, you can see it's straining. Get all the juice. I'm getting all the juice out. Then we're gonna get another cup, another bowl as well, because I have a dehydrator and I would like to dehydrate. See if I can dehydrate this and see what happens if I can use it. I'm still getting the juice. So I'm still working on the celery, guys. That's the thing, when you're doing this by hand, it takes longer than it would with an actual juicer. But I want to make sure, I don't want to just rush through this. I want to make sure that I get all the juice out. I don't want to miss out or cheat myself out of any juice. And every time I move it to the side, more juice come out. this thing, if I just say, oh, okay, that's enough, then I will miss out on a whole lot of juice. And I don't know if you recognize, I have added more light so that you all can get a better view of what I'm doing. Alright, so I'm going to take this out, put that to the side. Then I'm going to pull the rest of the celery out and get this juice. And you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna take the juice and pull it back in the blender and add the other ingredients so the juices can start mixing and blending together. That's my cat, y'all. That's my cat. They're not fixed and they keep going through their heat cycle. And I'm not letting them out because I don't want any more animals. No, sir. I do want a farm, but until I get that, you know, I might let them, when I get there, I might let them be outside cats then, but and even still, I want to make sure that they're okay. I don't want to just neglect them and they just having a bunch of kittens and things like that. I don't want that. Alright, we're gonna push that to the side. Set that over there. Put that to the side. Bring my blender back over here. We're gonna pour this juice. Look at the juice, guys. Look how much juice that is. Came out. Can y'all see that? I'm gonna pour the juice back in here so when I add some more ingredients. Oh, I even got rosemary, guys, because rosemary is good too. Rosemary is good too. Alright, let me see. So next we're going to do the cucumbers. We're going to do the cucumbers. And I'm going to have to rinse my widget-majiggy off so that it's not being let's see. So I'm gonna rinse my cucumbers off, then we're gonna do them next. And then I'm gonna peel them. So we're going to peel the cucumbers. Get me some paper towels. I don't like my hands dripping wet. Alright, so I'm going to peel these in real time. Alright, so we blended some of the cucumber blended some of the cucumber up. So I'm still juicing it out. I'm still juicing it out. So I'm just letting you guys know this video might be a little lengthy. So if you want to fast forward a little bit, you can. But if you want to see every step I'm doing, then I would just get something to eat and just sit back and watch me do what I'm doing. And it tastes good. That cucumber was really, really fresh. It was really, really fresh. And I'm gonna let that sit for a second. I'm gonna let this sit for a second while I cut the rest of these cucumbers up so I can put them in there, blend them out. I think I'm gonna have me another cucumber. It was really fresh. If you don't know, if you're dealing with high blood pressure, cucumbers help bring your pressure down. Cucumbers help bring your pressure down. I'm turning the camera around so you can see me blend a little bit. You can see all the fuzz rising to the top, the juices settling. You see how green it's getting already. Ooh! So I'm blending it on smoothie. Just to make sure I get it fine, a little more fine. Alright, so let me make sure there's no more juice in here. Just moving it back and forth in the strainer. Doesn't seem like this anymore. And I'm gonna mix this with the celery. The excess. Because when I dehydrate that, I want it to be a blender, a mixture of different herbs, and it's going to dry it out, and then I'm going to blend it again, and it's going to be like a seasoning, my own seasoning. So if you can see the juice coming through the strainer. This is cucumber juice mixed with the celery juice. So every time I add a new herb, I'm just going to use the same juice. And that way all the nutrients and everything can combine and blend it. And I'm going to show you the little shot jars. They're plastic with a cap. I'm gonna show you. I wanted glass. I wanted to get glass shot jars, but I was afraid of because my grandkids be going in and out the refrigerator. I have so many hands going in and out the refrigerator. I didn't want my stuff to get broken. By accident, of course. So I didn't want to take that risk. We're gonna pour some more in here. Son has a juicer, but I didn't want to use it. He said, you could have used mine. Nope. He got one of them big, all these gadgets and stuff. Nope. I like handling with mine. Anything go wrong, I can't be mad at nobody but myself. And I don't want to be responsible for nobody else's stuff. That's just me. I can't wait to taste this. I can't wait. Then if I find that it has a great taste and I'm really loving, the way it makes me feel, it's giving me energy, or it's, I'm just saying. I don't know how it's gonna make me feel. This is my first time doing this. This is my first time doing this. Now I'm gonna take all that out. And then I'm gonna go back over here, rinse this out, and we're gonna pour the juice back in here. Get the excess water out. Alright, so I'm going to pour the juice back in here, back into the blender. This time we're going to add the cilantro. I just want y'all to look at that pretty green juice right there. And I'm gonna tell you something. I know for a fact, if you're trying to make your hair grow, you want your hair to grow, then you want some of this. You wanna, you know what? We're gonna drop that whole thing in there. We're gonna drop that whole thing in there. While I'm over here, let me get a lemon real quick. So he said a whole lemon. Had to get me a lemon. I'm gonna rinse this off because he said with the skin. And guess what? I'm gonna add a lime too. lemon and the lime. So I'm gonna add these. I'm gonna also add some sage. I'm gonna add a little bit of basil, not a whole lot of basil, just a little bit. And basil is good for you too. Ooh, that smells real basil. Don't ask me what that means. And just a little bit of sage, not a whole lot. But I heard sage will be good for you too. Just a little bit. Throw it in there. So those are the things I'm adding. Let me clear this out. And I'm gonna also add some rosemary. Rosemary is supposed to be good for you too. So we're gonna add all that up. I'm gonna add my lemon. I'm also going to add some honey because I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go, how it's going to taste, if it's going to be bitter or not. I want to make sure that a little bit of honey won't hurt. So I'm going to add some honey. And put this whole lemon in there. We're gonna blend it up. Then we're gonna juice it. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. And now we're gonna add our lime. I'm gonna put that in there. I just wanted to smell it. It smells like lemon. It looks like a green lemon to me. You know what? Just go. I'm gonna let the blender do what it did. And then we're gonna blend this up. Then we're gonna do our apples and we're gonna. Oh, that's right. I gotta do the. I'm gonna do the. What is that? The ginger. Me and ginger have a love-hate relationship. Mostly hate on my side, but it loves me. But I don't love it. All right. So I think I should add just a little bit more juice we already made. Help it blend a little bit better. Then we're gonna blend it. We're gonna blend it. Let's start with the smoothie. Blend it. When we stop all the knocking, then I'm gonna do the milkshake. Now we're going to do the milkshake side. Make it a little more creamy. of this natural color. Let's go. Let me pour some of it out. Smell the lemon. I smell everything. When I tell you guys that this process was tedious, it was tedious, okay? It smells good. It smells so earthy. Not earthly, but earthy. It smells earthy. Alright, let's pour some more. Now we're going to use the garlic. It has to be a thumb size. I think that's like a thumb size. What do you think? Do that look like a thumb size? It's a thumb size to me, okay? All right. So we have to peel the skin of the. So I'm gonna peel this real fast, and then I'm gonna rinse my apples off, and then I'm gonna come right back, okay? So you guys hold tight. Okay, so we're back. Now I'm working on the apples. I stopped the video because due to the length of the video, I went on and cut up the apples, and I have some already in the blender with some of the juice, some of the apples here. I also added some honey. This is the honey I added from Giant Honey, regular honey. And now I'm gonna add, it said half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. So I'm gonna add that with this juice batch. A half a teaspoon. Cayenne pepper is supposed to be really good for you. I'm not a cayenne pepper person. It's already burning my nose. Woo. So here's the cayenne pepper. Oh goodness. So I added that. Woo. Stuff is strong. I'm not a cayenne pepper fan, but it's supposed to be good for the blood vessels and all that stuff. So we're gonna do what we gotta do. Here is the cayenne pepper that I'm using, and we're gonna blend this real quick. don't know if I showed you, but that's how it looks. Straining it. I can smell a ginger. Woo! That stuff is potent. Alright, so this time I'm going to use a fresh bottle of water. And a half a bottle. Let me see. Let me do the math. It's supposed to be to 45 ounces. Let me see. Alright, so we're going to use a half a bottle of this. It should be about 45. Give or take. I tell you, this is me winging and adding to, okay? So don't come for me. I said this is my version. This is my version. But it's inspired by the guy that actually did it, made it. So okay. Let's go. Honey is a natural product as well. It has benefits as well for the body. Guys, I'm not gonna make you all sit and wait through while I do all of this. I'm gonna come back once I get all the apples done, and then I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna mix it all together, and then I'm gonna show you the bottles that I'm gonna use, and then I'll show you how I'm gonna fill them up. Then I will pause the video once again, one last time, and then I'll fill them up, and then I'll come back and show you all the bottles filled. All right, and then we'll do a taste test while, you know, before we end the video. How about that? All right, so hold tight. All right, so I'm finished grinding up the apples and straining them. This is the final juice. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pour some of the juice in here. Okay. It's in there, I don't know. All right, I don't want to risk it's getting more pulp in there. Alright, so let me show you guys now. They should be cooled off. I steamed them because I washed them and then I boiled them. Here are the cups. The mugs I'm gonna be using. Okay, my macadamias, I'm back. So I have finished everything. The potion, I don't like saying potion. The tincture is complete, and this is the final finale. This is the outcome. I also added a little more honey to help with the taste because I'm sure that here comes my family. I'm sure with all the natural ingredients it probably tastes extremely earthy and possibly a little bitter, so I added some honey to make it go down a little more easier. So we will be taking these shots once a day. I will also put in the description the guy that actually gave the ingredients so that you could check them out. You might want to make it exactly the way he said to make it, but like I said, I added a little extra and made it, you know, I took all his ingredients, but I also added a little extra. So that concludes my video, guys, and I thank you for watching. See you on the next video. If you don't mind, please hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that post notification bell as well, so you know when I post the next video. I see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Deuces.